All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of In the Store at 4 with Jazzy Jeff. We're about to head into the store, so come on and let's find out what's going on in the store. I'm going to switch it around and give you guys the good old door opening. Swinging around. So if you guys haven't been here in a while, we have a lot of new deals and a lot of new steals that we need to go over. So first up, as always, let's get situated here. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, cool. All right, Ben Hendershot, thank you for watching. Best store in Pennsylvania. There we go. That's exactly what we're going for. So I appreciate that, Ben, man. So, thank you guys for bearing with me there for a second. So, as always, I always like to get the business things out of the way, the more important things out of the way, obviously. So, this month is big. It's May, it's Mother's Day, it's Mother's Month. We're doing a mother load of savings. Obviously, mother is the theme. So, the big thing is for all moms that come into the store, as long as you're a mom, you got to prove it. No, I'm just joking. But as long as you're a mom, you get an additional $5 off any $15 spent in the store. So that's games, that's consoles, that's retrons, that's everything. You got it. You're a mom, you get $5 off. For everyone that's not a mom, you guys are still special too. We're doing the 4 for $10 rack deals. But you got to read the fine print. $5.37, ladies and gentlemen. The game's got to be $5.37. Ben Hendershot, thank you. Get him going, Jeff. Yeah, we'll get you going, all right. As Matty Ice always says. Any of the rack games for any of the systems, $5.37 or less, combine 4 of them, we'll give them to you for $10. So come on in and check out our selection. If there's a little bit of time, I'll try and take you guys around and show you some of our rack games. Moving on to handhelds, people are constantly talking about handhelds. There's a reason why I'm sitting where I'm sitting. I'm right in front of the handhelds. Look at that. Oh, wow. How perfect was that? It's like the whole world just came together. So all these goodies, all these guys in here are $10 off. So once again, once we get a little more light, the items I'm going to be talking about today are kind of in the way. So once I get done talking about those, I'll give you guys another. We got an original Game Boy, so I think I teased you guys enough. But any of those cool handheld systems that you just saw in there are $10 off. It's a great time to pick one up, so come on out. Get your Game Boy Colors, get your DS's, get your DS Lites, get all that good stuff. We got a couple XLs for those people that want the bigger screen with the bigger buttons. You know where to find us. All right, and finally, the new gen. We can't forget about the new gen. For all those people that are looking for good Xbox One deals, PlayStation 4 deals, and we cannot forget about the Wii U. Right now, they're buy two, get one free. So once again, that's PlayStation 4, that's Xbox One, and that is Wii U. So any of those systems, any of those games, obviously, for those systems that are on the wall, pick up 2 of them and you'll get one free. It's a great time, obviously, if you're looking to save a little extra money on those expensive Xbox One titles or PlayStation 4 titles. Well, this is now the time to do it, especially Wii U. It's not too often that you see Wii U on sale, so we definitely want to make sure we remind you about that. So there you go. I will show this one more time before the video ends, just to remind you guys in case you forget. But please, 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 if you have any questions in regards to any of the special sales going on, you can always ask Connor or I here at the store. You can always call us. We are always available to discuss promos, for sure. Okay, man, so I don't know why, I just, every Friday, I think in the back of my head, what's something that I want to talk about? What's something different? What's something that probably hasn't really gotten a whole lot of screen time or just a whole lot of talk time in general? So I decided to pick out the console ye hardly knew, the Sega Saturn. Look at that, man. I bet a lot of you guys weren't expecting that one. The Sega Saturn, really good system, had some classic games on it that were exclusive only to the Sega Saturn. Virtua Fighter obviously was one of them. A couple other ones here. Going to be doing a little bit of cheating because I don't have all this memorized. But obviously, this was the 5th generation console, 2nd generation, so to speak, CD, because obviously Sega did have the Sega CD, but obviously they increased the power of the system when it came to the Saturn. The Saturn was different. A lot of games did have much better sound and quality and design, and for the time, it was extremely revolutionary, but unfortunately, it just wasn't marketed well, and when it came out, Sega did not have all their marbles kind of in one basket. But real quickly here, it was discontinued in 98. The official release date was North America, 1995, May, of course. So actually, this month, just a couple days from now, was when it was released. Couple other cool things about it. It actually began development as early as 1992, so they actually had ideas for it. Big competitor, of course, was the PlayStation. PlayStation just had better titles as well as a better price point when it came down to it. A lot of families just didn't want to spend that kind of money on that. But we do have them here. They're $50.37 for a loose one. Really cool. Gotta love the design of the controller, of course. I always thought these were really comfortable and really nice. You know, say what you will about curved controllers. I think these are pretty neat, pretty damn nice. And we do have a couple extra controllers. They're only $9, so we do have more of those floating around if you want to be able to play the games with a friend. But not bad. A couple other cool things in regards to the Sega Saturn. Obviously, you guys remember the crazy marketing that Sega put into it. There was the infamous Sagata Sanshiro, who was that big giant Asian guy. He was actually known for Taekwondo in Japan. He actually did a lot of stuff with karate, and he strapped a Saturn to his back and ran around and did all this crazy stuff in the commercials. So that was pretty cool, and they actually did bring him back for a little bit of the marketing with the Dreamcast, just because obviously the system didn't sell as well as they wanted it to. A couple other cool things here. Obviously, one of the quotes or kind of slogans that they used was, "To be this good takes ages. To be this good takes Sega." And if you actually flip the word Sega around, it's the word ages backwards. So, kind of neat, super cheesy, very 90s, very Sega. So, okay, I think you guys are bored of me going over random Saturn stuff. If you have any Saturn questions, leave them in the comments below. But let's get going on some of the Saturn games here. So, right up first, we got Hexen. $39.37 this one's selling for.
Hello.
Complete in the box, of course. Really good game. I looked up this right before. Did not get a chance to play this before, but heard really awesome things. Very neat game. Obviously horror related. Very kind of spooky, atmospheric game. Very cool. Mature. You got to be mature to play this one. All right. Up next, of course, Revolution X. This has been on a few different systems, and obviously they did port it to the Saturn as well. I'm almost certain there was a version on the Genesis as well as a Sega CD version. We have this for $17.37 right now. So for you guys that are looking for the complete collection of every Revolution on every system, well, we got it right here. Some crazy pictures and stuff going on in the back there. So I'll give you guys a minute to take a look at that. And like I said, I see that I got, about 7 viewers right now, going on 8. So if you guys have any questions or just any comments, feel free to throw them on the screen. I enjoy you guys watching. Once again, thank you for taking the time to check out In the Store at 4. Andrew Lokes, thank you so much for watching, man. So we got Wing Arms up next. Got to have some flying games on the system, of course. So this guy is going for $18.37. And we did recently just kind of reprice some of these, so prices are pretty good and pretty fair. Not too often do you see Saturn games, especially this good a condition. Usually the boxes are banged up on these, so that's tough. Where's Three Dirty Dwarfs? Oh, we don't have that game. I don't believe I have that game in the stack, but I have heard of that game before. All right, of course, we got NBA Jam, except this is the tournament edition. A lot of people like this one better. And obviously a lot of the graphics and stats and players were updated for the Sega Saturn version. So another very cool game. This one is only $18.37. Obviously, case isn't the best, but it comes with the territory when collecting for these systems. I've actually seen much worse, especially the few cardboard boxes they came out with. Those ones are usually in absolute awful condition. But of course, we've got NBA Jam for the basketball fans. Can't go wrong. Great game. Classic. Up next, we have a Marvel-related superhero game. I forgot all about this one. I should have brought this up a few weeks ago when I was going over all the superhero games in the store. I'm pretty sure we had this at that point, so we still have it now. Obviously, it needs a home. It's looking for a good home. This guy's going for $58.37, of course. The #1 arcade smash, of course, brought home. That's the one big awesome thing about the Sega Saturn, is they really did market themselves, and they really were a very awesome arcade home console. A lot of the games really were up there on par with what you would play and hear and experience at the arcade. Not too many games at the time could actually brag that kind of, graphics. The Super Nintendo didn't have them, the N64 didn't have them, the PlayStation 1 didn't have them. PlayStation 2 came close, but, before PlayStation 2, Saturn obviously really kicked butt in the graphics department. So, awesome stuff. So, that was once again Children of the Atom. So, sorry if I'm flying through these a little too quickly. Obviously, don't want to bore you guys. I usually like to keep the show flowing, keep it going. So, up next, we have Off-World Interceptor Extreme. There's always going to be one or two games that we have that I don't know a whole lot about. Every day is a new day to learn about another game or games, and we never really do stop learning. And this is just another one of those games that seems super awesome, and I definitely need to find out more about it. Obviously, it looks like a racing / sort of fighting maybe type game, and this one is going for $21.37. So yeah, I mean, guys, we have the Sega Saturn games in. I have had customers ask. Not many, but a few have asked, do you have Saturn games? We do have them. So for anybody at home that's watching that has not been to the store in a while, well, here they are. So get excited, and who knows? And another thing is, for you guys that are sitting on Saturn games at home and you're not playing them, and you want some store credit or cash, bring them on down. We'll take a look at them, and we'll give you cash or store credit for them. So, all right. Here we got the Mansion of Hidden Souls. So this is sort of another one of those point-and-click type games. Survival horror, very spooky, very creepy. One cool thing that I noticed about this game is it's got that nice little sponge. They actually really did come with a sponge like this, but this was one of the easiest things to get thrown out. People, never really kept those. You don't necessarily need it, but it is nice for those insane collectors that want everything. Well, we got your sponge, so if you need to do dishes, we got a sponge right here. If you need to clean yourselves, we got a sponge for you. But yes, this is as complete in box as you're going to get when it comes to a Sega Saturn game. So that one is $25.37. We'll throw the sponge in for free. The Mansion of Hidden Souls. So there you go. I got to find that hidden sponge within the Hidden Souls. All right, moving on to another exciting game. This one also has the sponge in there. Look at that. Great stuff for you hardcore collectors. This one is dinosaur related. We got the Lost World Jurassic Park. Now, this game is incredibly awesome. I actually did research one day and looked up like every Jurassic Park game I could. And I know a lot of the ones on the Genesis weren't the best, and there was a few point-and-click ones on the 3DO as well as the PC that just were pretty boring and just kind of substandard gameplay. But this one really kind of just kicks your Sega butt all over the place. Tons of platforming, tons of fighting, really cool game, awesome design, awesome action scenes. If you're looking for a good Jurassic Park game that's kind of similar to the awesome arcade games, I would totally give this a check out. And it's only $24.37 on the Sega Saturn. So there it is, we got it. Where the hunter becomes hunted. Finally, a movie game that is worthy of its license. Boom, says it all right there. Gotta love it. Great marketing. All right, and then we come up on our last game, and hey, look at that. There was one more sponge. So And this one actually is pretty neat. I'll pull this out real quick. I love me and inserts, man. I can't get enough of that. So check out this. We got a little Sega Saturn insert right there. And then on the back, this is for Acclaim. We got the Acclaim hotline. Wonder if it's still active. If anybody wants to call and find out, let me know. If you guys are getting bored watching this video, call Acclaim. Let me know if that number's still going. So this is pretty neat, man. Look at that. Advertisements for College Slam, Revolution X, Mortal Kombat 2, Resurrection Rise Part 2. D, we actually, Connor and I were just talking about D2. Here's D the game. Look at that. D actually was on the Sega Saturn as well as, I believe, the 3DO. And then obviously D2 was on the Dreamcast. So, and then we got Frank Thomas Big Hurt Baseball. For a minute I thought that said something else. So, I'm not going to go there. Alright. So that's pretty cool, guys. That's some pretty neat Saturn stuff to get you all Saturned up. Anyway, getting back to that game that advertisement came out of. This is Iron Man Exo Manowar in the heavy metal. Holy cow, has there ever been such a massive mouthful of a title. So hopefully I said that right. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But we got it on Sega Saturn. Great condition. $20.37. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not. We got it right there. Here's the back of it. This is obviously a fighting game. And the cool thing is there is obviously Iron Man and other awesome Marvel characters in this game. And it is similar to the Capcom versus Marvel series of fighting type games. So, there you go for 1 or 2 players. So if you have a friend, if you don't, you'll have to go out and find one. But there is a 1-player option. So there you guys go. Those are all of our awesome Sega Saturn games that we got going on right there. And then I got one more Sega Saturn surprise for you guys. So real quickly, once again, we do have that loose console. It's only $50.37. But for the hardcore completionists, this is for you guys, for the people that want. I know what you guys are looking for. I know what the true video game collectors are looking for. You guys are looking for the Sega Saturn in the box. How about that? How about that sitting up on your shelf? And I'm going to do you guys one better. I'm not just going to show the box, man. I'm going to open. I am going to. I think we had a little. Oh, my connection is weak. I don't know why my connection is weak. Nick Henry, you need to pay the Comcast bill. Okay, anyway, all jokes aside. All right. So let's go ahead. Got to tell the owners to get that Comcast bill paid. All right. All silly jokes aside. Let's get this guy open up here. Speaking of Nick Henry and Matty Ice, they gave me a really nice shout out, or they've given me a few shout outs, and I just wanted to give them one back as well for all you 5 o'clock fivers. They have a show called Live at 5 at the Altoona location, so check that out. So look at this, look at the original cardboard. Some cool stuff right there. Of course, we have the official instruction manual. Going to, hey guys, so I don't know how much longer this video is going to last. I'm having some technical difficulties today, so I figured finish up one last time, show you guys these specials one more time.
Like, kind of like you sell it to us and then we hold it for you in case you want to buy it back?
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah.
Okay, and I'll give you guys a quick tour of the store before this. Before my connection goes out. So here's our PlayStation games, part of the buy 4, get 1 for 10 under $5.37. Same thing with PlayStation 3. Obviously, PlayStation 4, we got the buy 2, get 1 free. So check that out. Don't forget about our awesome PlayStation 2 selection, 5 and under, buy 4 for 10. Xbox One section, obviously we got the buy 2, get 1 free. And then we got the 360, as well as the Xbox. And then over here is all of our NES stuff. So Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and N64. All of these 5 and under. Buy 4 of them, get them for 10. Okay?
Yeah.
So, anyhow, I have been Jazzy Jeff. This has been State College Cartridges Galore Video Games at 233 Northland Center. For all you guys that are still having trouble finding us, hopefully we'll have a sign soon. But that's pretty much it. This has been Jazzy Jeff within the store at 4. Make sure to check out Nick Henry and Matty Ice's show live at 5. Thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of this. Sorry for the technical difficulties. And I'll see you next Friday in the store at 4. Take care.